Hey everybody, everybody's having a blessed, peaceful, and prosperous day. I just wanted to get on here and share a dream that I had, and also some of the highlights that God have given me about the dream. And I just wanted to come on here and share because I believe that anytime the Lord give me a dream, a good amount of times He wants me to share what He told me that I can share this dream. And so because it may be somebody who may be going through the same thing or need clarification of something. And so, Holy Spirit, you are invited to be here with us to speak through me if possible. And Jesus Christ, you are welcome to sit in with me during this time period. And so, okay. So I had a dream that I was in this room and I was picked up these glasses and I put the glasses on my face because my vision wasn't the best. And so it's a lady that was sitting in front of me. Her name is Tabitha Brown. Um, she was sitting in front of me and she seen me with the glasses on and she was like, "Those are not your glasses." And I was like, "Those are my glasses." And I was like, "These are my glasses." She was like, "No, they're my glasses." And that's when I was like, "No, these are my glasses," because I went through this whole story talking about how I went through, I went to eye surgery because my vision was so bad. And, this, that, like back in the day, I had eye surgery and so forth and so forth. And so, and she was looking and she listened and she was just like, hmm. And that's when she just was letting me know, like, you don't wear glasses. Those are not your glasses. And that's when she was like, those are my glasses. And so, um, I kind of stick to my guns. I was like, no, they're mine. But then I started to get this feeling in the inside, knowing that those glasses was not mine. And so in the process of me getting this feeling, I told her, I was like, okay, so I was just getting a feeling like to be honest, like, to say something. And so I told her, I was like, okay, I'm going to go back to my room and I'm going to look and see if my glasses is in their case. If they are in their case, I'll come back and bring you your glasses. And so she was like, okay. And so she was like super nice. And so she sat back next to her husband and like everything was fine. And so I went and looked in the room and was looking for the glasses and I didn't see them. I went and I looked in the case and no glasses was in that case. And so I was just like, well, where is my glasses? And I was like, I can't find my glasses because I found like 2 or 3 sunglasses. And I was like, I can't wear those because they're sunglasses. And so my vision was like, my vision was kind of bad towards where I was getting frustrated because I needed to see something. Like I could see, but everything was like kind of blurry, and I was getting so frustrated. But I feel like I was gonna lose my mind. But I calmed down, and I was like, let me get myself together. And I was like, had a feeling to put on my contacts. Now, when the idea of the contacts came to mind, I was like, put on my contacts, and I was like, but they're purple. Everybody's gonna look at me if I put on these purple contacts. And that was the end of the dream. So when I was sitting with the Lord to get, information on this dream or trying to get revelation on the dream, it basically brought to me that I was trying to look out of me trying to, me having somebody else's glasses was in a form of me looking through somebody else's vision and claiming that that vision was mine. But in reality, the person who glasses it was just Tabitha. She was telling me that's not, your glasses. She basically was saying that that's not your vision. That's my vision. And I was like, no, this is mine, blah, blah, blah. But in reality, she knew exactly what her vision looked like. She knew what her glasses looked like. And so she was trying to tell me, no, baby, those are my glasses. That's my vision. And so with the purple contacts, the purple contacts basically represented the vision that the Lord has for me. Because in the process of, I don't remember putting them on, but I have the feeling, or I had the feeling that if I put the contacts on, my vision would be like super clear towards where I would be able to see everything. And also the color purple represents royalty and authority. And so the Lord was letting me know, like, He will make me prosper with the vision that the Lord has for me. He was going to make me prosperous in that hour. And then basically, by me not being able to find my old glasses represented the vision, like the old vision that, I had for myself. And by me not being able to find it, that vision is gone. Like when I made a decision to start walking with the Lord and allowing the Lord to use me, He created a brand new vision for me, towards where He's letting me know, like, that old vision that you had, you don't need that anymore, because this vision I have for you is way better. So in the midst of me saying all this and getting revelation from this, the Lord in this hour wants to give a lot of us a new vision, and that will make us prosperous. And it will cause a lot of people to look at us, because I remember saying that if I wear those purple contacts, everybody gonna be staring at me. Like, yes, when you decide to allow the Lord to create the vision for you, that vision is gonna cause a lot of people to stare at you, and it may be uncomfortable, but that's the Lord doing a new thing towards where, and Him making you prosperous and elevating you. It is going to cause people to stare, but also it's going to cause people to wonder how that happened. And can also cause people to, be curious and want that same thing for themselves. And one thing we also need to keep in mind is that somebody else's vision is not the vision that the Lord has for us, because it'll be a lot of people speaking to us and telling us things, and giving suggestions or whatever it is that we need to be doing, and that's not the path that the Lord has for us. And so we need to keep in mind, when the Lord give us a vision, when the Lord give us a plan, when the Lord give us a purpose, we need to walk in it and we need to stick with it, because somebody else's plan and somebody else's vision can conflict with what it is that the Lord is doing. It actually can cause you to become double-minded, because you may be trying to mix the two, but because you're trying to walk by somebody else's vision, your thoughts and your opinions will start to fight what it is that the Lord is trying to tell you to do, or trying to move in, or Him trying to make you prosperous, because you might feel like it don't make sense because you're listening to the people over here, and you might feel like, because you're taking on their thoughts and their opinions, you might feel like what they're saying is making way more sense, because you can see what it is that they're saying. 9 out of 10 when it comes to the Lord, not 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10 when it comes to the Lord, you have to walk by faith. And walking by faith ain't easy, but in the process of you walking by faith, you will just know, and you will feel in your spirit that everything is going to be okay, that everything is going to work out. And that's when we need to basically ask the Lord to shut our ears when it comes to so many people speaking so many things, because it makes sense to them. But in reality, we need to be mindful and attentive to what the Lord is calling us to do. So remember, we walk by faith, not by sight. A lot of people in this world walk by sight. When you walking with the Lord, you got to walk by faith. And so I've asked you to pray on this message. Ask the Lord to give you revelation and confirmation. And if this word was for you, I pray that it makes a lot of sense. I pray that the Holy Spirit gives you confirmation on it. So everybody, please have a blessed, peaceful, and prosperous day.